Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to another review for Anime Month. And now with this with this anime, I could say it's just I do like the anime, but it's just, well, as I explain along though, but for the anime I'll be reviewing today, it's really, in your face fan service galore. Basically, it's really just, yeah. It is one of the most fan service ones I've watched, but it's just. But the one I'm reviewing today is of Prison School. Yeah, I guess I do like it though, but it's just already one of the issues I have with this is straight out. I mean, fan service everywhere. Well, I mean, it's just like, even if it's like in your face, like this. She's going to give us shoving it in your face. But Prison School, that's already one of the issues I have with it. But the Prison School, the gist of this premise is you have five guys who've been transferred to this school. Well, because originally it was originally an all-girls school, and they decided to become co-ed. And so it's the first time in its school's history to become co-ed, and now five guys who have been transferred to the school. You have five guys by the name of Kiyoshi, and then you have Gagato, and then you got Shingo, Joe, and Andre. And of course, being the typical boys that they are, they wanted to have a sneak into the girls' bath. They wanted to have a look at the girls, a pic of the girls, naked in the bath, right? But eventually they get caught, and they are now sentenced to 1 month in the school's prison. And under the super careful watch eye of the underground council, where you have the president, Mari, then you have who's the president, then you have the vice president, Mako, and then you have the secretary, Hana, which both Mako and Hana are always beating the living shit out of all the guys. And of course, with Mako, she is this one right here. Probably the most well-known, the character that sticks out for fan service more is Mako, which is her, as you can clearly see. So yeah, I mean, but with each one though, with Kiyoshi, there's a girl that he likes by the name of Chio, who is the younger sister to the underground president, Mari. He likes her, but also she likes him because when they first met is because he has a racer with sumo wrestling, and she says, for anyone who likes sumo wrestling, it's not all that bad. And there's a little bit of a connection with them, and then she invites him to go to the sumo wrestling match. But they can't do that because they're being watched, and so with Kiyoshi and with Gagato, they make a plan for him to break out of the prison without them knowing, and just trying to make a time to make it back before he gets caught. She more than least, they carefully those two carefully lay out the plan, which he does. He sneaks out, going to the sumo wrestling match with Chio. And then she takes a selfie picture, and it's been sent, which the time that he didn't know that Mari, the president, was Chio's sister, and also the chairman of the the school is also their Chio and Mari's father as well, the chairman. But the ways to go, but they get caught though, and their sentence gets extended by another month. And the other friends get pissed, especially Shingo punches him, and then the rest of them refuse to talk to him. And Kiyoshi, he keeps Gagoto out of this by saying that he acted all along with this, so that they don't suspect Gagoto was in on it too. And these girls, throughout the whole thing, they want to do nothing but expel them to get rid of them because they want to go back to the way things were, to get rid of the guys. So, but as this series, okay, yeah. Besides the in-your-face fan service, which is an issue though. But as for the characters, I mean, for the most part, yeah. For one of the best characters I would say is Gagoto, which out of all the series he always called himself yours truly. Yours truly has this and that, and which I thought he was hilarious. He was hilarious, and he always takes the brunt of the front of being getting the shit kicked out of him the most. And he's basically he's like the brains of the group. He's smart out figuring and planning things out. And the guy who voiced him, Eric Vale. I thought he did a pretty good job voicing this guy, and I thought he did a good job with the character. But the character he felt sorry because he gets the shit beaten out of him the most. And he loses so much into this the whole series. Like in order to for one part for Kiyoshi to escape to be with Chio, they had this little device to, of course, to make a fart or a shit sound, right? But it wouldn't work on the device, so he had to make the sacrifice of himself shitting his pants for the whole thing to proceed, and he had to cut his hair and this and that, and even one point later where they found this, there was this figurine that he wanted so bad, and it gets found, and if they would have found that that's his figure is his, he would have conspired that he was with Kiyoshi to help him escape. So he doesn't do that, but he takes the figure anyway and smashes it to pieces. But he knows that that figure wasn't worth the ratting out his friends, like he said. So this guy loses so much of it. Sometimes I felt bad for this guy. So, and Kiyoshi, which is I think this is Kiyoshi, the guy who voices him, Austin Tyndall. Yeah, this is the guy who he's been voicing other things. He was in High School DxD. He voices the guy Volley. But I mostly know he voices Ken Kaneki in the Tokyo Ghoul series. That's why I mostly know that voice. When he voiced Ken Kaneki in Tokyo Ghoul. That's how mostly I'm familiar with this guy. So I thought he was fine. I thought he was pretty fine as Kiyoshi as well. The other voices, like the guy that voices Shingo, Clifford Chapman was fine. Christopher Bevins as Joe, Sonny Trait as Andre, and then with other characters like Joe, basically don't see his face because it's covered up by a hood. He has a fascination. He has a love of fascination with ants. Andre, he's this big, huge guy, the biggest guy in the group, and basically he has a small face. For his face basically is pretty much a small face. And the Shingo, he's pretty much for most part, up until the end, but for the most part, throughout most of the series been like an asshole. It's basically to Kiyoshi because first I understand he got pissed because when he got caught trying to escape, but because they didn't tell him what was going on. But the other part, he was treating him like crap for the most part, though. But until the end, he was until he got where one point where part of the plan for the underground council, where Mako let Shingo go out of the out off of campus so he can do like play games, whatever, until he meets this girl named Anzu, and playing so like tan the pot call a kettle black type of way. Like he gets in trouble for hanging out with a girl, and the other guys just diss him too. So same thing with what he did with Kyoshi. But yeah, and even one point where when Kyoshi got caught, right, and the president wanted to force him to withdraw from the school, expel, and Chio stood by him, like she wanted to sign, if he goes, I go. So, but she does like him, and also then with the president, like she has this thing with crows. I guess like she has a power to control crows. I don't know how that works, but there's like crows, and where she goes to, the crows are there. Even when her sister tries to tell her, hey, he's the Kyoshi's the guy who would return a baby crow to its nest after it falls out of the tree. Any guy who like crows is not that bad, but she doesn't believe that. And then also with Hana, which is actually voiced by who voices Hana is Alexis Timpton, who voiced other ones like I heard her voice in other ones, of course. Alright, Force Rosario Vampire, and also she had a little voice role in Devil's a Part-Timer, but I heard her voice in other stuff as well. She voices Hana in this, who seems at first kind of nice tone, but actually she's a complete psycho, really enough. And this is stuff in the whole series. I mean, there's humor in it that I like though, but I think there's something at the point that goes a little bit too far. There's like more crass, and it's very crass and vile in some points though, like to the point where, I mean, with the character of Hana, like one point where she was going to piss basically, and the guy fell out of the tree, and the guy saw her like that, and ever since then she's been up this big fetish, of piss basically. Like first, you saw me pee, now I want to see you piss now. And this is she's been so fixated on that. I mean, it's not the actress's fault though, but it's just the character. I mean, it's just she's a complete psycho and all that. And she shows that she is a psycho. And for the most part, for the characters, the animation I thought it was a little bit different for the other ones I've seen. I thought the animation was pretty good. How it looks, I can't explain how the way the animation looks, but for other ones I've watched, I thought it was well animated for a different style type for what I've seen. So, and the voice cast was good, and the animation, and besides like other stuff, that the in-your-face fan service up close, which is with the vice president. I mean, just like, I mean, there's so many freaking up close for their big moves, and then also underskirt shots, and just so much up close. It's in your face. I'm like, it's got too freaking distracting. That's just why I think they could just ease back on that though. Just ease off of it, But I know that's probably the point. It's probably supposed to be over the top and all that, but and for the most part, a lot of she always gets the joys of beating the shit out of all the guys, mainly Gakuto. But after the one point where was the time of their big expulsion, one leads to another. They get themselves an extended extension after talking with the chairman. And I was speaking with the characters. Also, speaking with the chairman, I thought he was also a decent character. A character I liked, because probably because how the way he was talking. Because every time he says something, it ends like an abrupt, dramatic shot moment where he's like, how I say, let's go have a talk, and then it goes like this, now, or good luck. I wish them luck. on the war. Something like that. Every time he ends, every time it ends a sentence, he adds something like a very like a dramatic tone. Each sentence he says. Like I said, I can't explain full details, but if I explain like that, though, hopefully you'll get it, though. And probably people who've seen the anime will understand, though. But and also one thing was surprisingly, it was the ending. How it was the ending. I thought it was a very satisfying ending because since they have one last shot to prove their innocence because this underground council, they had this thing called DOT, which was their plot to expel the boys. So they devised a way to recover those files to show the chairman that they were of their innocence on this. So they devised this one big plan, and what there's certain things I don't want to get into because, like I said, how the way this whole the fan service is in this. So I'm not gonna get into one thing to another. But if you want to see how this whole thing, give Prison School a watch, and you'll see how this whole thing turns out with the whole. I'm sure this whole fan service is to be very distracted, So, but what was satisfying was the ending because eventually they prove their innocence and they get free. They're free from prison and going back to school. But the underground councils, Mara, Mako, and Hana, now it's their turn to be sentenced to their own prison now. As the boys watch off and it starts raining, they watch as this other there was this other one these other three girls that in the manga series, I think it was like since they were called the one was called the Underground Council. Student Council. Now the other one was like the Above Ground Student Council, I think it was. That's more in the manga series though, because you saw those characters, you see them escort them to their prison, to their own prison. And I thought that part was satisfying, and because now it's their turn because they deserve that after what they put the boys through. So that to me that was a very satisfying ending. So that was like made for the most part of it. And then it shows after with the boys out of the prison, like Kiyoshi is going with Chio, and then Shingo, he's with the girl Anzu, who at first was part of the student council's plan to get them out though, but she felt bad of it, so she decided to help Chio with their with the guys' plans. And just to say she's with Shingo as well, and you see like the girls over Andre's how big he is, and but the ending was very good though. Like I said, the boys are free, and now it's the girls' turn to be sentenced now. And the part of me, another one wished me there was another second season so we can see how the girls' punishment is going in the prison. That's the part of me I would like to see. But yeah, Prison School, I do like the series. Yeah, the only issue is they could just ease off on the overblown fan service and other certain vile stuff there was in it though. But I still like Prison School. Like I said, they just couldn't ease back on like the fan service and some other things because it was been too distracting and just I was like really just like. But for the most part, yeah, I thought about the girls, the underground council, they got their comeuppance basically, and the guys free and everything, and life goes on in the school, I guess. So, but I like Prison School. Like for the different style of animation, I thought was pretty good, and the voice cast does a good job. And for the most part, I like the character. For the most part, I like a lot of the characters. Like for the guy, especially Gakuto, I thought he was pretty hilarious. Like a lot of stuff happened to him. You felt sorry for him. He got the shit kicked out of him the most. Don't worry, yours truly has a plan. Um, yeah, so Prison School, which was the anime series. I haven't ever read the whole manga series though, and I never read the manga series, honestly. Like most animes I review, I don't have the manga series and not yet read them. Although you saw when I did my DVD collection, there are some series of the manga series I have, but I don't. For the most part, I don't have every single one I've been watching. So, but the anime series came out in 2015. But I thought it was for overall, I did like it. Overall, I did, yes, and especially was what made me happy was the ending. So that made it all worth it at the end. But yeah, Prison School. if you want to check out Prison School, be my guest, because you're in for like a whole bunch of over the top fan service and some other things as well. So, but if you want to hey, feel free to go and check it out. You know, I would say recommend, but if you haven't seen it, but I would just go and check it out and see what your thoughts on Prison School is. I do like it, especially with the ending like that. I liked. So, but thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next anime review later.